Greetings. It is now February, and I feel it's a great time to bring to your attention that you still got this. I know a lot of you made New Year's resolutions and when January 1st come, I'm going to do this and that, and then you find yourself back into the same rut that you've normally go into at this time of the year. All right? And so doing the same things and expecting a different result is insanity. It makes us all insane. But this year, we're going to do something different. We're going to fight. We're going to fight, and we're going to continue to fight to change the narrative. And February is a great time because usually you go from a high, and when you don't reach those goals or whatever those goals were, you go into a low and a depressive state. And we don't want that to happen. If you are a smoker and you smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day, let's say for the last 30 years, you know what's inevitable? You're going to die. Yes, you're going to die. Your lungs can't take it. Your lungs are screaming, please give me a chance. I want to be here to help you. I want to be here to help you get through this. But cancer is on the horizon. And the crazy thing about it is you know you're going to die, or at least subconsciously. Every smoke you make brings you closer to that day. You just don't know when that day will be. And then there come a moment when it is inevitable that this is going to happen, and you will sit back and reflect on what you should have done. However, if you say to the cells in your body, I want to live, I want to live, I want to fight, do you know the cells in your body will celebrate and have a party and say, great, we want to live too. Your lungs and the rest of your organs will say the same thing. We want to live too. What's the plan? And your organs and your cells will say, well, we're going to do our part if you just do your part. And so if you cut down from 2 packs a day to 1 pack a day, what you have initiated is something called change. And when one thing changes, everything changes. All right? But if nothing changes, nothing changes. You get it? And so just by reducing that, you are now pushing that so-called inevitable death date further and further out. And you're giving the cells and your lungs and your body a chance to say, there is a chance. We can do this. And then you have to move from that point on to get better and better and better. But if not, the end date is coming. When you're young, you don't see it like that. But when you get older, each and every day matters. Your body is your earth vehicle. And imagine just abusing your car here. You don't change the oil, the transmission fluid, you don't change the tires, you don't do anything. Eventually, that car is going to collapse. The check engine light of your life is on, and you continue to act like it's all good. One day, you're going to be driving that car, and the most critical time when you have to be to work, and it's going to conk out. However, if you say to your car, I can't fix everything at once, but I can change the oil fluid, put some new tires on you, your car will say to you, thank you. Geez, I just need a break here. Give me a chance and I can give you a chance. If you are an alcoholic, cirrhosis of the liver is inevitable. Your liver saying, come on, man. Just give me a chance. Give me a break. Give me an opportunity to fight for you. So when you send out a distress signal to your cells and the rest of your organs and your body and say, I'm going to fight for this, it throws a party inside of your body. And it says, okay, because this is upper management. What are we doing? You do your part, we'll do our part. So maybe if you just only drank on the weekends, you know what I mean, you cut back, your body will say, geez, there's a chance. And then you take a detox for a couple of months. There's a chance because I want to live. I want to be here. Each and every one of us are going to die, whether you are healthy or not, because your time here on earth is minute. It's like a pin drop in the grand scheme of what time is. But you want to be here to enjoy all of it. You know what I'm saying? Every single aspect of it you want to enjoy. So fight, and your body will fight for you. Fight, and your ancestors that all live inside of you will fight for you. But if you don't fight, or you just keep running the same play all the time, your liver's gonna say, bro, how much can I take, man? This dude ain't changed the transmission oil since he had the car. It's been 40 years, right? If you have diabetes, the process is the same. It really is. Your body wants to be here so much, it will cut off one of your foot. One of your feet will be cut off to keep the body in motion. That's equivalent to driving around on a donut. You know what I mean? You got a big ass truck and you got a donut on, right? But if you say to yourselves, you send out that distress signal, I want to live, I want to fight for everything. The celebration inside of your body begins. And they go, okay, what we doing? Oh, you're going to cut back on some of that stuff? You're going to continue to cut back until you see the results and fight. And then there is no imminent death date. We could just do this thing until, because the stronger we fight, the more the body fights. Imagine, and they have said, walking 30 minutes a day adds 5 years to your life. Now, of course, there are, other variable conditions. If you have pre-existing conditions, that may change. But know and understand, when you do something on this end and it is intentional, the death date just continues to flee. It continues to move. I've had family members who they said, if you smoke one more cigarette, you're going to die immediately. And I've had them stop immediately, but that's when the body goes into shock and it creates other effects. So if you have diabetes, it ain't over. You can fight for it, but when you give up, eventually the cells in your body, which get the signal from upper management, say, hey, fellas, don't even work hard in here because so-and-so, insert name here, has given up. And cancer is no different. The root of cancer is things that are eating at you internally, psychologically, emotionally, physically. When you say to yourselves, I'm going to get rid of that childhood trauma, that things that's just eating at me that shouldn't be, or I'm going to start anew, the cells in your body renew every 24 hours. But it's based on the instruction that comes from upper management. So when you make a decided decision, I know that's like a double entendre, right? A decided decision. When you focus in and say enough is enough, I want to live, you'll be surprised on what the human body can endure and is willing to do. It is truly, truly amazing. And the same thing goes for substance abuse. How much cocaine can you sniff? How much fentanyl can you take? How much heroin can you endure before the body goes? Nobody cares in this earth vehicle that I'm in. And I say all of this to say, those who know me know that I have suffered from chronic illness for over 20 years. I lost my kidneys over 20 years ago. And other than a 6-month period where I was in denial, I was fighting it, I was having seizures and passing out, when I sat on the edge of my bed one day and said, I want to live. I want to live. Every cell in my body said, great, great. Let's do this. They said, let's do this. We with you. But they said, oh, whoa. It's not going to be easy, Dwayne. See this machine over here? We're going to have to use this machine, and you're going to be tired. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to be fatigued. There'll be days where friends and family invite you to places you're not going to be able to make it. They may take it personal, but they don't know what you're going through. There's going to be days your blood pressure's up. There's going to be days where there's so much fluid in your lungs that if you lay down, you feel like you're going to drown. There's going to be days where you got to sleep 2 and 3 days at a time just to get your bearings. But they said, Dwayne, we didn't say it was going to be easy. We said it was going to be worth it. And so every other day, I get an opportunity to fight for another day. Now, payoff, 20 years. I watched my oldest son, Marcus, graduate from college with a business degree, go into real estate, and he also teaches children in inner city schools the ability of finances, even at such a young age. He's written a book on how to show them how to get their life together. I wouldn't have saw that. I watched my son, Malcolm, who you all know from the podcast, graduate from college, come home, start a business with his dad. We got a podcast, over 500 episodes. We started a t-shirt business together. We got a membership. We touched $1 million in our time. And to watch him marry his college sweetheart and not have one grandbaby for me, 2. I watched Eli, who's also disabled, my 3rd son, right? And all I ever wanted to do was see him walk on his own. We didn't get there yet, but I watched him go from a wheelchair to a walker to 2 poles. Hell, I even watched him walk with nothing for short periods of time. We started the first father and son podcast when we started a show called The Wait, which became Disabled is Abled, because we wanted to show, even though he had some physical limitations, his mind was sharp and he was brilliant. And him and his best friend, Freddie, who's been best friends since kindergarten, took over this podcast, and they do their thing and they break down sports, culture, and it's an amazing thing. We're watching him develop his 501c3 not-for-profit organization to help people like himself who are disabled yet able. I wouldn't have been able to see any of that. I watched my daughter, the baby, Odyssey, graduate from college and go further with a 2-year certificate dealing with sonograms and so much that she wants to do to help young mothers and bring them along in pre-birth and do all of these amazing things. My wife, who we've been together for 30 years, you do the math. We've been together for 30, 20 of them. She's been holding my hand through this process, guiding me, leading me, supporting me, being there when I can't be there, giving up all her finances to help me still pursue my other dreams, because life continues to go on. All right? She's the anchor to everything I do. When I need to be left alone, I'm left alone. When I need to bend her ear about my dreams of being the greatest of whatever I'm doing, she's there, and she has allowed grace, not including other family members who have been there, right? I said it would be worth it, but it's not easy. And it doesn't just end with physical health. If you just want to change your life, you tired of being a degenerate, selling drugs to your community, fighting, out here shooting, doing nothing, credit card scam, women letting men run all through you. You can give it all up. You can put out that distress call to your ancestors and the universe will listen. But whoa, it's not going to be easy. You might have to take a job you normally wouldn't take The money is slow, but guess what? Every day you get up to go to work, that's another day guaranteed that you're not going to jail or worse, even death. Okay? So 2026, we are going to be more definitive about what it is we want. We are going to fight for every inch of life if that's what we want. If you don't, then this message is not for you. Do not let February roll in and all of a sudden it's doom and gloom, right? And some days you got to take a break. There are days where, you know, my cells say, okay, Dwayne, we know you want to go out to a pizza party, have some junk, but Monday, we back on point. There's going to be some days when you put a few drinks down and you go, oh, but Monday, we back on point. All right? So that's the message I want to deliver to you. This is Dwayne Bowser, aka The Black Dot. I love you all, and this is what's been heavy on my heart. Peace. Drop a comment below.